3 women, 1 house, vanished, without a trace. The Springfield 3 women, Stacy Smart, 23, her sister Melinda, 22, and their friend Rebecca, 19, vanished from their home in Springfield, Missouri. The house was supposed to be full of life that day. It was a Saturday. Stacy had just finished a night shift at the hospital and arrived home around 7 a.m. Her sister Melinda was already there. She'd gotten home the night before after a shift of her own, and Rebecca was staying over after her night shift. The 3 women lived together in a big old house that had been in their family for generations. Their fathers were brothers. The house had been left to them by their grandparents. It was a rambling, run-down place, big enough to hide a lot of secrets. Stacy and Melinda's father had died when they were young, so it was just their mother and them. But their mother wasn't much of a parent. She barely even knew how to read or write. So the sisters had essentially been on their own since they were teenagers. They were used to fending off unwanted advances from men, but this time there was no struggle. The 3 friends were last seen by a neighbor at 7:30 a.m. as they were leaving the house to get something out of a car. They were planning to go to a nearby lake for a swim and maybe go boating. The neighbor didn't think anything of it. He saw them wave to him and then they were gone. At 11 a.m., one of the women's co-workers at the hospital called the house because she couldn't get hold of Stacy, and she knew that Stacy would never miss work unless she was absolutely sick. Nobody answered the phone. The co-worker drove over to the house and found it deserted. All 3 of the women were missing. Their car was still parked in the driveway. Their purse and wallets were on the kitchen table. A half-eaten bowl of cereal sat on the counter. It looked like they'd just stepped out for a few minutes. Where were they? The police didn't think much of it at first. Runaway, perhaps. But all 3 of them, and why leave their phones and money behind? The sister's mother was too mentally disabled to be much help to the police, and Rebecca's parents were out of town. For days, nobody knew what to think. Then, 4 days later, a fisherman found the sister's car in a creek not far from the house. The windows were smashed and the doors were open. Inside the car, the police found some women's clothing and a blanket, but no bodies. The car had apparently been there for a while. To this day, nobody knows what happened to the Springfield 3. Some people think they were abducted by a serial killer. Others think they were trying to get away from something. Maybe they were trying to start a new life somewhere else. But why smash the car and leave it in a creek? Was it an accident? Did they crash the car and then run away? Or were they trying to cover up the evidence? What do you think happened to the Springfield 3? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for listening. If you want to support the channel, you can do so through the provided means. If you want to hear more cases like this one, stay tuned for more content. Have a good one. Bye.